All right, we're about ready to get started. Did that come through? Can you hear me? All right. All right. Hey, good morning. This is our first meeting for 2025. I'm so glad y'all are here today. I understand traffic was a little bit rough getting here, but I'm really glad y'all were able to make it. We got a big year planned for you guys. We got a full leadership team now. We got a board of directors. We are absolutely killing it as far as AUVSI is going here in the state of Georgia. Just so that y'all know, my name's Lamar Ellis. I am the president of the chapter. My company's Drone Education Services, and I basically go around and teach wayward pilots how to fly correctly, and that is a really challenging thing. So it's my honor to start introducing some of the members of our team, and so I would like them to come up and at least say hello and tell you who they are. And I'm going to start with my vice president, Cody Mitchell, and let him introduce himself. Hopefully he'll be taking over for me in a couple of years when I get burned out. So here you go, Cody.
Well, first off, I got to say, if that does happen, big shoes to fill, so thank you so much. I know I've been running around and I gave a short spiel to everyone around here, but formally, I'm Cody Michaud, the Vice President of the AUVSI Georgia chapter. What I do as a day job, however, is I'm the innovation lead for the UAS team at Southern Company. So working under Dean Bearfield and working with Angelica Baker now. So the reason why I'm here and really why I want to, bring drones into everyone is because I understand how it feels to be a small business owner. I understand how it feels to be a student. I understand how it feels to be in the Fortune 500 level. And really, I understand how great networking is and how much that's needed, especially for getting your feet under yourself early in your career. So I really want to make sure that I'm here to be a liaison and a huge proponent to all that, and make sure that if you guys need connections, then we can get you the right people. But with that being said, I'll pass it off to Lamar. It's great meeting you, and we'll talk more.
All right. There you go. All right. I'd like to introduce. Now, Angelica, did you get married? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got another thing to celebrate. Congratulations. Angelica's our secretary.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angelica DeSanza, but now Baker. As my day job, I work with Cody Michaud and Dean Bearfield at Southern Company. I am basically all things admin, administration. I work with the FAA closely, with waivers and COAs and airspace, and I do everything that you could possibly imagine for Southern Company on the admin side. But really why I want to be a part of AUVSI is connecting the local businesses with the larger entities and giving the local businesses the chance to make those connections and have just those connections across the state of Georgia, since there sometimes is that gap between. So building that bridge and fostering those relationships is what I'm most excited about, and can't wait to talk to all of you. Thanks.
Thank you. Pretty impressive team so far. I know you know Christian, but I'm going to get him on stage. He's awfully shy. Get up here, buddy. This is Christian Green, the treasurer of the chapter.
Hello, my name is Christian.
There you go. He's also the IT guy.
Yeah. My name is Christian Green. I'm the treasurer for Georgia Chapter AUVSI. I've had the honor of being in the position for the last 2 years and look forward for the next 2 years with working with everybody here. If you have any, technical questions, I'd be happy to help. Just looking forward to working with everybody, and hope you have a good day today. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the other big things that we had to do as a chapter was we had to establish not only a leadership team, but we also had to establish a board of directors. And I see that one of our board of directors ran out of the place as soon as I got. He's directing. All right, so we've got two more here. I'm going to introduce. We got Bob Johnson in the back. Bob brings a lot of the advanced air mobility knowledge, and he's actually addressed the chapter. So hope you're going to address the chapter again in the future and tell us some things going on. And then my good friend Brian Spratt, if you were here at Exponential 2021, couldn't have done it without him. Both of us teamed up, and we brought the big event at the brewery with 15 drone companies. So Brian, you want to raise your hand and say, yeah. So these, and then we've got Dean Bearfield out there, and then the other board of director we have is Gary O'Neill. So I want to share with you something big that happened this week. I got contacted by Wing. Wing is part of Alphabet, which is part of Google. They are going to try to bring drone delivery to the state of Georgia. So I was really pleased that I had Christian and Gary O'Neill join me for lunch with Wing. And one of the things that Wing is asked me not to do, because I use social media, they don't want to advertise on social media. They don't want to have an undue influence here in the state of Georgia and have people have a negative impact. So they are going to try to go under the scenes, get all their obstacles out of the way before they make an introduction here. But because they're here, they're already getting the engagement going with our leadership in Georgia. On Wednesday, I had the pleasure of being with the governor down at the Capitol. We got together and we, it's kind of funny. Didn't get to personally meet him. And if I loved this job. All he did was he walked out, he stood in front of us, and he looked at me and he goes, good job. And he looked at the other person, good job, good job, good job. So I got a good job from the governor, but I never got a chance to meet him. I was there with Lockheed Martin, Gulfstream, Wing, Rolls-Royce, all the major universities in the state. We were discussing opportunities and trying to bring the technology here to the state of Georgia, but it was the first annual one, so really it was just opening the doors. But we are now advocating in the state of Georgia, and I did post a picture, and I've had a ton of responses coming my way with state bills and House bills that are coming into the state of Georgia that are either going to be positive or negative towards the technology. So my ability is I can pass them on to our advocacy team at National and get them on it. There seems to be a couple of bills that are going to really affect first responders. So I am interested to see where AUVSI is going to make a stand on that. Other than that, we have Innovation Exchange coming up. And Cody, you've been really taking the lead on this one, so I would like you to get up and talk about Innovation Exchange real quick if you can. You'll have to forgive me. I had a whole presentation planned. It was full of fireworks and all this nice stuff, and yet I forgot the flash drive. So it's at home.
Yeah, so first off, I wasn't expecting to give a speech about Innovation Exchange, so it might be a little off. But yeah, for those of you who are not aware, Innovation Exchange, we're on our 6th year of doing this over at the Augusta Regional Airport. This event focuses on cybersecurity, AAM, UAM, and the use of unmanned aircraft systems across the system. I know some people, we talked about it before, but it's truly a fantastic day to see what's going on in all of those spaces and really connect with the subject matter experts for those areas. So I definitely think it's worthwhile. Augusta is a beautiful place. It's I think what, $26 to attend, something like that.
Yeah, $26.
And honestly, the wealth of knowledge that you're going to get from that is going to be awesome. I'm going to be out there doing dock operations. So if you guys have never seen them, I definitely recommend going out there to see how they operate, and we can show you the nuances with that. But with that being said, if there's anything I left out, I'll let you take that. But
You're going to participate in the tabletop the day before.
yes, thank you so much. So on the 12th, so on the 13th is when the Innovation Exchange is. On the 12th is a AAM tabletop. I've been working with Diane and Greg to put that together and get the maps all straightened out. So for anyone who's looking to attend that, I look forward to meeting you over there, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Cody. Oh, and I also want to give Bob Johnson props. He is going to be there on leading the first presentation at Innovation Exchange on advanced air mobility. is it Gary or Glenn who that you're?
Glenn Burks, VP of Operations for Archer, will be there. We've also got Nadine Laura, co-founder for Rune Arrow. She'll be there.
Yeah.
And we've got one other panelist to be determined.
I'm really
We'll
looking
have-
forward
we'll
to
have
it.
three up there. We'll be up there about an hour, and I think it starts at 9, and we'll have question and answer as well.
I'm really looking forward to your presentation. As you know, Bob has always got, you know, if you've attended past meetings, Bob gets up and tells us what's going on in the advanced air mobility. And Nadine showcased her company, I think, at the last meeting that we had. So AUVSI is really moving along pretty fast here in the state, and we are starting to really accelerate. We have XPONENTIAL coming up in May 19th through, I think, the 24th. That is going to be in Houston, Texas. That is one of the big premier events for AUVSI. It's an international event. They just held their first one in Germany last week. I spoke with Michael Robbins, the CEO, on Monday, and he told me that it was a great success, and they really opened up a lot of new avenues. And the great thing is that we have an Israel chapter, and Israel was able to be there, and they brought in 6 or 7 companies that basically are changing the way uncrewed systems are being used. And let's see, we still have to work on our power and public safety in the fall, but Gresco, who we've been working with, has been extremely busy, and unfortunately we had to cancel the last one in 2024 because the hurricanes hit the week before. And we didn't want the bad PR press of us having an event when everybody was in desperate need of the equipment that we were going to showcase. So AUVSI has really made a turn for the better. And I got a good friend here today from the FAA safety team. Some big things have happened with the Atlanta safety team, and I want to turn it over to Jim Chaney. And Dwayne, are you going to come up here too? Okay. These are my program managers. Jim sets me straight when I do things wrong at the stage.
Morning, everybody. My name is Jim Chaney. I am with the FAA out of Atlanta. I'm the pilot, so I'm the ops guy. We have Dwayne Hudson's with us today. He's our airworthiness fasting program manager. Our job is all about safety, whether it's drones or actual airplanes, helicopters, mostly in the GA, the general aviation community. We don't do the airlines. That's for the people downstairs. But Lamar has been a big help to us with the drones because I just learned how to spell drone, so I don't know a whole lot about them. And then I think Dwayne knows more about them than I do. But we always fall on Lamar and our other drone pros. Hopefully we'll gain 1 or 2 more in the next few weeks. But we also have the opportunity to process and give the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Awards out. I think we did 41 of those in the first quarter. We're the highest FSDO to give that many awards out to people who have flown 50 years or more without any incidents, accidents, or revocations. Dwayne gives out the processes and gives out the Charles Taylor Master Mechanics Awards. Same thing, we have the record number. The closest to us is 13, and we did 41 last quarter. So we're really good on that. We also have other awards that we give out. We have the Representative of the Year, the FAST Team Representative. These are volunteers that help us out, spread the good word of aviation safety. And we give out a Mechanics Award for the same thing, and also the CFI of the Year Award. But today we have a Representative Award that we're going to give out to Mr. Lamar. He doesn't know it's coming. But yeah. But and I was going to tell you, Lamar, the government's having a rough time now. Yeah. It's so rough that they had us locked out of our office this morning. Everybody that's going to get terminated is going to get terminated by email. So nobody wants to check their emails in the government. So anyway, I was hopefully going to have a better award for you, but this is all I got. They didn't give me a pencil or no color, so this is the only award I can give you, man.
Wow, this means everything to me.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Come over here, man. This is your award, my friend, for being the representative of the year. He's done a lot of work for us. He's the one that I go to and send everybody to answer questions that it would take me an hour to look up the answers to. But show everybody your award. There you go. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so very much.
Outstanding, dude. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Hey, I couldn't have done it without you. I really couldn't.
We
This
can't do
man,
what
this
we
really, he pushed me through, so thank you so very much.
We appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
And trust me when I tell you, when it comes to UAS, we need the help. And he goes over, above, and beyond. And I don't have to tell you folks that because you work with him. You understand it. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Go get yourself.
Can I have my piece of paper back now?
Yeah. Wait. No, I'm going to frame that. Thank you, buddy. All right. Wow. All right. Well, we're flying through our what we're doing today, and I noticed that. All right, Gary, I'm afraid you got our last board of directors gentleman is here today. This is Gary O'Neill. Gary was with me with Wing the other day, and I got to tell you what, I'm really glad that we're able to represent ourselves with such a diverse group. So one of the things that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about a little bit about the committees that we want to establish. Now, I realize I've done this before, but not having a leadership team has really kind of set me back as far as taking that on. So we've got opportunities, and this is only for members of AUVSI, to be part of these committees. Now, what these committees will allow you to do is actually get involved and meet the people and the players within the state. So, the other day with Christian. Oh, I got to say goodbye, Craig. He's one of my best friends. I'm so glad he's here today. He came here to, obviously he knew I was getting an award and I didn't, but thank you, buddy. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. All right. So we're going to establish committees. One committee is going to be STEM. Now, I really wasn't really sure what STEM was going to offer for us. However, the other day at Capitol Hill, I was there with Georgia Southern, with Kennesaw, Georgia Tech, Georgia State, Middle Georgia. They're all wanting to work with us at AUVSI to help get some of these young pilots in. I heard the speech from Lockheed Martin on Hill Day, and they're telling us that we need to start reaching in earlier to 7th and 8th grade students. So I'd like to see if we can figure out how to get involved in some of the elementary schools so that we can start getting this established. So STEM is going to be big opportunities for us. I also have the AAM. Now, Bob Johnson has been doing a lot of the AAM stuff. We're growing fast. And as a matter of fact, that's the one thing that I wish you were there the other day, because Wing asked, the first question they asked us was, how many members of our chapter are involved in advanced air mobility? Because they want to make connections. So, Bob, I'll set you up with a connection with them. Wing realizes that if they're coming to the state of Georgia to do deliveries, they don't want to be the only game in town. They don't want to be the only person on the block. they realize they've got to have, it's got to be a communal effort. So they are really pressing for us to bring in everybody to the table. Because with the more people to the table, the more chance they've got to influence the decisions to get drone delivery in the state. It is interesting. They've done over 450,000 deliveries so far. Their drone flies up to 65 miles an hour and can travel up to 12 miles. They've been working in Texas. It was Frisco, Texas, correct? And they've been establishing themselves there and performing the delivery systems. And so now they're wanting to expand and come into the Southeast. And we were lucky enough in Georgia to have them come in on the day for Aerospace Day. So we've got the AAM committee. We also have the Power and Public Safety. And that is going to be our big conference in October or November. We still haven't gotten the date yet, but it is a day-long conference with presentations and demonstrations throughout the day with all the main manufacturers of drones. I've seen the Wingtra there on many occasions. If you want to see being a member of the AUVSI chapter, it allows you to go to that event, allows you to go to all these events, and it opens up opportunities. So if you want to be a member of the committee, we're going to have Cody, are you going around and getting names? Are you also getting anybody interested in committees? No. I'm glad you're here. Okay. And then the final thing, we can't get this going without sponsorships. So we need to really work on sponsorships. But my goal really as the chapter president coming out of COVID was to establish value. And this is one of the ways of establishing value. Having set meetings, being able to represent ourselves at the Georgia State Capitol, being able to be part of Innovation Exchange and Power and Public Safety. And I did get bestowed with another responsibility with AUVSI this year. I am now the chairman of the chapter council, which means I am overseeing all the chapters of AUVSI, which is a huge responsibility, and that's why I'm so glad I've got the leadership team to help us pave the way for Georgia to still continuing doing well. But being the chairman of the chapter council, one of the things that I did get established for the chapters is that we're now going to have recognition at Exponential. I think we're going to, when you go to Exponential, you're going to see a placard stating that, the chapters exist. We also got a repository of all our documents. So now when a chapter wants to have their bylaws or wants to have blueprint on how to get things done, we've now got a place to go to. Michael Robbins, the new CEO of AUVSI, is a tremendous asset for the organization. He is out there. He listens. The first time I talked to him, I had a hour-long conversation with him on all the needs of AUVSI. And I said, hey, Michael, I've hit you with a lot of stuff. At the end of it, I was like, do I need to send you an email? He started to read off the list. And I was like, wow, he did listen, he took notes, and he is making action happen. This is a great place to be. Georgia is in a great position. We're being looked at throughout the nation. And one of the things that I did not realize is that Gulfstream is based out of Georgia. And that is the #1 industry that hires people in the state of Georgia. They're based in Savannah. So we're now talking to Savannah about having one of our chapter meetings. So we're getting there. Now, it is 9:30. It's always the way I am. I get started and get racing through. I tell you what, we've got Diane Johnston with the Augusta Regional Airport is going to be here today to talk about what's going on at Augusta. They are going to try to get the Gray Eagles into Augusta to start using that as one of their bases. They're also very influential with AAM, with SkyDrive. This Innovation Exchange Conference is huge for them. And that was another big thing. They want to be able to pass it's Diane Johnston and Greg Larson are the ones that are really working on this. This is their 6th year doing it. They've got to have some help. So we're really talking about AUVSI becoming one of the co-hosts of this event in Augusta. It's a huge opportunity for us to maintain our influence through the state. And I will say this, that I am now starting to see people wanting to follow us on LinkedIn. I'm getting more and more engagement when I'm around town. Please, AUVSI you might think that we are a lot bigger than we are. But when I was standing in that room, I realized the UAS industry, or the unmanned industry, is extremely small. There are not a lot of players. So you being here, y'all are in the top 1% of what UAS or uncrewed systems are all about. So feel proud of yourselves for being, taking the opportunity. There's going to be a lot of opportunities that are going to pop up in the state of Georgia, and I'm really excited for what we're about to see. We also have, so please sign up, join. Even if you don't really involve yourself in one of these committees, it'll allow you to be part of the meetings. So whether we do the meeting by Zoom or do it in person, you'll be able to be there and sit at the table and hear what's going on. And one of the things that I want you to do is when you walk out of here, start talking about the accolades of AUVSI. Let's start getting this thing going, because the more these bigger companies see AUVSI has got some influence in the state, the more they keep pushing us, giving us opportunities. And so I really love the fact that we've got all these opportunities coming our way. We've got another speaker today. Well, we got 2 more speakers today, and I'm really happy about this. We've got James Lawrence with Duncan Parnell, and he is going to come up and, man, he's going to talk about some of this really cool equipment. And then we also have Greg and call you Y? Okay. Greg and Y with Wingtra. Now, if you've never seen the Wingtra fly or do any of its operations, you are in for a treat, because I think the weather looks pretty much perfect today for a demonstration. We're going to have some demonstrations in the parking lot. Now, I realize that we've kind of raced through. So if y'all want to take maybe about 10 minutes and we'll come back, I'm going to have to reorganize our time schedule a little bit. But we've got coffee, we've got donuts. Take the opportunity and seriously go around and meet your fellow colleagues, because that's what this is all about. Okay? Oh, there she is. Okay. Well, let's take 10 minutes. Thanks.